Welcome, Cancer, to your mid-month reading for June. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you in the mid-month. Okay. Nice message, please, for Cancer. And one more. Oh, there it is, my friends. Says the patience is upside down, so it might feel like there's a little impatience coming at the mid-month. Might feel a little anxious as well. I don't know, there's kind of this anxiety coming off over here. Let's see why. What is going on with you? Where's all this anxiety and impatience coming from? It definitely could be coming from, you know, the full moon itself, that's for sure. Not feeling like your wishes are fulfilled to, you know, whatever level they should be. Maybe you were asking for something or looking for something, and it feels like there's a lot of self-sacrifice that's going to be going on to get to this one wish. It does feel like it is just this one particular piece of the puzzle that you're really looking for, and it feels like you're pushing, extra pushing, and this is where the anxiety and the impatience is coming from. It's something that you really love and something you really want. Sorry about that. It's moving around. Yeah, and, you know, trying to get back to where you love to do things or something you really love. Right, so let's just keep it there. Underneath that is, yeah, wanting that fulfillment of wishes, wanting that prosperity, wanting what your heart desires. Really pushing towards the triumph and the victory of the situation this month to get back to the things that you love, and it could definitely be a loved one. So we definitely could be talking a bit about a person. It could be, you know, a potential love. It could be an existing love. It could be, you know, platonic, you know, or just really feeling the harmony and the peace of maybe I just really want to get back to my lake house, you know what I mean, or go on a vacation, whatever it is that you're looking for, my friends. But definitely it's something that you're trying to look at it from every angle within the situation to really get down to what needs to happen here to get this success. I'm really feeling like for a lot of you, it definitely is a person. And if it's not a person, it definitely could be a place. You know, it could definitely be a place, but it's, I don't know, I'm giving all that I can over here. There's a lot of service that you're going through over here. There's a, you know, it even feels like there might even be some counterproduction going on against this situation. So it might feel like I'm trying to make you see something my way, and, you know, you're not seeing it, you're pushing against me. So I do feel that someone might be trying to push things against you. Really, wow, weighing the pros and cons over here as you're really pushing. I just don't see them being very level-headed about the situation. There could have been something that went awry that may have caused this I don't know, it feels more like almost maybe an inconvenience, either of getting to where you need to be or the way that you guys are communicating with the Five of Swords over here upside down. It's definitely trying to weigh your options as well, but it does seem like all the energy that you're putting in to making someone see it from your point of view or trying to get to where you need to be, the situation just keeps kind of going south. Let's just put it that way, right? There's that counterproduction. Definitely not going. And there's a huge delay. There could have been a delay, and it's, you know, if somebody's coming to see you, there was a huge delay in the situation. So you might feel like, you know, every time I try to turn this corner, there is something that's weighing against me in the mid-month. So not feeling like it's really getting there. I'm trying to keep your emotions at bay. I see a lot of strength within the emotions on how you're doing something, and that's because the impatience is actually, it's kind of crazy, Cancer, but it seems like in some ways it's working against you, but in some ways it's helping you because it's keeping you focused on what you want, right? So most of the time impatience can be a really bad thing, but you have to understand it is a part of who we are. So it can actually sometimes work in your favor. It's kind of interesting because I do kind of see it as, well, if I'm not thinking of it this way and I just keep pushing, then I'm not really showing it too much emotion except for the strength that I want to show it, right? So I'm not trying not to let it get me down so much as I'm moving forward. So it's kind of almost encouraging you to keep pushing strong. And, it doesn't mean that the situation is working in your favor because it's definitely not. It's counterproducting itself. But that's not going to make you hide out or go anywhere else. If anything, it's going to continue to encourage you to keep going strong for that dream, for where that love begins, offering. Yeah, you just keep giving and giving and giving and trying to weigh the scales and keep everything as balanced as the situation. But it almost feels like you're also might be waiting for them to give you what you want. See what I'm saying? Or waiting for them to come in and say, okay, here I come now. So if you're actually waiting for someone to actually travel towards you, there's a huge delay. Could be a delay in air flight tickets, something of this nature. But for some reason, it could even be a money issue to why they can't get here. Maybe they said they were going to, and then they had to kind of backpedal about the situation because there wasn't enough money. Because I see the money over here. Take it how it resonates. Everybody's story is different, but I definitely do see something that is definitely trying to get to victory, but something is very conflicting, right? And it almost kind of, in some ways, kind of keeps fear alive a little bit in the back of your mind that it's not going to work the way you wanted it to work out. So in the mid-month, it definitely is causing a little bit of a fear-based issue. And that's where the anxiety, here's the anxieties again that I was feeling about the situation. But the good thing, like I said, is that you are using all your strength and might to try to push through that. Yeah, it's so determined. It's almost like, it doesn't matter what's going to happen because I'm not going to give up. So not allowing anything to upset you. If anything, you're just really pushing to where you want to push instead of just jumping to conclusions of, okay, that's fine, I give up. Because I don't see that. If anything, with the Ten of Wands, it says, I understand the struggles that are going on to get to this victory that I need, and I'm going to continue to keep going. So that's actually very good. Right? Because sometimes it could be just so easy just to tap out and say, that's it, I'm done. It's not going to work. But you're saying this is not going to happen. I don't know who that's for, but I definitely heard, I'm not doing that this time. I did it before, but I'm not tapping out this time. This time I'm pushing harder than I pushed before. Definitely keeping your eye on the ball, keeping focused on what you want. It's almost like you have a pointer over here and you're like, boop, there it is. Right? So yeah, definitely having the confidence and the courage to keep going forward. And it's like, I'm going to keep taking action because, like I said before, it feels like someone or maybe many of you kind of gave up, a little bit, and maybe you even try to go with the flow on the situation. Could be a situation in itself. It either had a stranglehold on you and you couldn't go anywhere, so you thought, I'll try again, or you definitely just gave up the ghost and just said, you win for now. But that's not happening now. It does feel something like you've been pushing on for a while, for the majority of you. And this time you're not going to, let it take control. You win, right? For some of you might even be helping this other person out in the end. Hey, you don't have the cash to get here. I'm going to help you get here. It's almost to the point because it's like, you know what? I'm done, right? I'm done. If you can't afford to do it, don't worry about it. I'll pay for it, and you're giving that handout. You're being very beneficial, and very charitable towards the situation, whether it's donating money to them, gifting money to them, lending them money so that you guys can go do this. Hey, you can always pay me back later, but we got to get this done, however it is. So it does feel like for a lot of you, you're going to be the one, actually stepping up to the plate with the money and saying, that's it. That's it. I'm done. So very nice. So, however, this mid of the month is going to end up, time will only tell. But for now in the midnight, yeah, it's pushing against you hard, Cancer. So it just says you just need to keep the strength going, right, so that you can push back on it. Okay. And that was it for you, my friend.